Hi crafters, it's Chris from Crafts with Chris, and don't you just love today's card? So thanks for stopping by. If you are new to my channel, I do offer free crafting tutorials, mostly using Stampin' Up products, and I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to ring that bell so you get notifications of my most recent videos. Let's get started on that card. For the cardstock today, you're going to need a piece of purple posy. This is cut A2 size, so it's 5.5 by 8.5, fold at 4 1/4. You also will need a piece of Highland Heather. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. You're also going to need a piece of Scrap Whisper White. We're going to stamp out the butterfly, so it needs to be big enough for that. Also, we'll need a piece of Very Vanilla. It needs to be big enough to cut out of the stitched rectangles. You're going to cut out of the smaller ones here. You're going to cut the third smallest one. So just make sure it's big enough for that. And then a piece of Whisper White to layer on the inside of the card. You could use Very Vanilla also. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. So we will only be using Versamark ink today. For our stamp set today, we will be using Beautiful Day. This is one of my favorites. And if you do not have this in your collection yet, you may want to add it right away. It is on the retired list. There are a lot of stamp sets that are retiring, so you may want to check those out. You head over to my shop and you click on Last Chance Products. You'll be able to see a complete list of everything that is retiring. And once they're gone, they're gone. So if you see something you like, you'll want to get that. They also have some pretty deep discounts on a lot of the stuff, so head over there and check that out. I'll leave that link in the description of the video. And I've also seen the new catalog. As a demonstrator, we're able to view the catalog before anybody else, and it is so awesome. I know I say this every year the catalog comes out, but every year they seem to just go 2-3 steps above the last catalog. There are so many cute products in there. You guys are going to love it. So if you want to get a sneak peek of the catalog and you want to order some of the new product, if you join my team, you'll have access to that catalog and you'll be able to start your pre-order on new items May 5th. So if you are interested in that, I will leave the link to all that information in my video. You can contact me. You can ask me any kind of questions you want about being a demo. I don't mind answering anything. So let's go ahead and get started on our project. So I'm going to bring in that scrap piece of Whisper White to do my stamping on. I'm taking the large butterfly out of there. We're going to ink that up with Versamark ink. But before we do that, I'm going to take the embossing buddy. This is retiring, guys, and I can't say enough good things about this. I've had this since I become a demonstrator almost 4 years ago. So if you guys don't have the Emboss Buddy, what this does is when you rub this down on your paper, it will take away the static, and your embossing powder will only stick to the ink of the Versamark, so it won't stick anywhere else on your paper. So I'm just going to go ahead, ink this guy up with my Versamark ink. So I'm just going to stamp this down. We're cutting this out, so it doesn't matter if you stamp it crooked or where you stamp it on your paper. So I'm going to take some of the Shimmer Black embossing powder. Again, this is retiring also. One of my favorites. I love the shimmer in there. What I'm going to do is just sprinkle this over my butterfly. I do have scrap paper underneath. So once you have your butterfly all embossed, heat embossed, you should be able, you can see that in the camera, pick up that glitter. So pretty. So we're going to set that aside. You're going to take your piece of Very Vanilla, bring back in your Emboss Buddy, rub that all over it, and then we're going to bring in the Happy Birthday, May Your Day Be As Beautiful As You. You're going to want to use your Versamark ink, and we're going to go ahead and stamp that down right in the center of this, because I want to make sure that stitched rectangle will fit around this. I brought back in that piece of scrap paper, the Shimmer Black embossing powder. I'm going to sprinkle that on top. I'm going to go ahead and bring in your heat gun and do exactly what you did for the butterfly and heat emboss that. So once that's all heat embossed, you're going to take that stitch shaped rectangle and run that through your die cutting machine. So your happy birthday will look like this. Set that aside. Take this ornate floral 3D embossing folder, and you're going to take that piece of Highland Heather, and you're going to want to run that through your die cutting machine. So it'll look like this. Those flowers are so cute on there. We're going to set that aside. So I'm going to bring back in that butterfly, and we're going to take our Stampin' Blends. We're going to color this butterfly in. I'm using the light and dark of the Purple Posy and the Highland Heather, and I'm just going to randomly color in his wings. And just to let you guys know, if you go and view that retiring list, you're going to see the Stampin' Blends on that list. The Stampin' Blends are not retiring. It's just you're not going to be able to buy just a light or just a dark blend. Once the new catalog comes out June 3rd, the Stampin' Blends will only be sold together as a light and dark. So if you have a light right now and you want the dark of that color, you're going to want to go in and purchase that now before the annual catalog comes out. That's all that means if you see them retiring. They're not. The Stampin' Blends are here. I think they're here for a long time. They're very popular. So let's just go ahead. I'm just going to randomly color in the butterfly's wings. So I've gone ahead and colored him. Just a tip when you're coloring, if you get too close to the black here of the embossed powder, it does smear a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. So just be careful. You really don't need to go too close because the color kind of bleeds. But what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this butterfly out. Not going to cut out his antennas. I just didn't want to deal with cutting them out. But if you want to cut them out, go ahead. Just like I said, going to go ahead and cut this butterfly out. Once our butterfly is all cut out, we're going to go ahead and bring back in all of our pieces to our card. Here's our Purple Posy. This is the card base. So I've already folded it in half. I'm going to take your embossed piece of paper. I'm going to use some snail adhesive to glue that down. This is just going to go right on the front. And then with your butterfly, this one I'm just going to glue him down in the center here. I'm going to take my liquid mono glue because I like how the wings come up. And I'm just going to kind of put that right there in the center. And I'm going to bring this guy in and just kind of line it up to see where I want my butterfly. Then you just want to hold that down for a moment just to get that glue to get a little tacky. This I'm just going to glue right to the front here. Of course, with the piece of Whisper White, you're going to put this on the inside. I used some snail adhesive on the back side of this to anchor this down. And that's it to that card. Isn't that cute? So my first card I did, the butterfly is anchored down with the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I like how the wings kind of curl up on here. So it's just up to you how you want to design your card. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick, simple card with one of the many retiring stamp sets. Again, all that information is in the link of the video. And I hope you guys are staying healthy and staying safe. Please subscribe below and don't forget to ring that bell. I also offer a newsletter that I would love for you to sign up for. You will get 30 free card ideas just for signing up. Thanks for watching.